I'm here today to speak on our great city of Lancaster. And please forgive me to those that were at the AV Board of Trade. We're doing the same PowerPoint, but we want to definitely make sure that we send the message to everyone so that we know what we're doing here in our great city of Lancaster. As we know, we're thinking a lot about the future, and the future is the city of Lancaster. Before we go into the city of Lancaster, I want to talk a little bit about our state of California. We have such beautiful places here in our state of California and things that we're known for, like our Golden Gate Bridge, our beautiful sandy beaches, and right in our backyard our poppy fields. And there's definitely something else that we're known for, which is Hollywood. A lot of people want to come to the state of California so that they could see Hollywood. But one of the things that we're really, really known for nowadays is that we're broke. We have no money, the state of California. But that's not going to stop us here at the city of Lancaster. One of the things that I'm proud to say is that I grew up in humble beginnings, and one of the things that we had to do was we had to budget. So budget to us is not a challenge here at the city of Lancaster. We're very proud to say that we're able to budget all of our funds here so that we can reach the goals that our community deserves. But before we go into the future of Lancaster, I'd like to bring us back a little bit into the past. Now, if we look at this PowerPoint here, it's dated 1954. So maybe we can see some of our pictures in there if we look really close. As I said at the AV Board of Trade, I know I see Marvin there, without a doubt. So, but, you know, let's reminisce a little bit for some of us that have lived here for decades. The boulevard is just amazing. In those days, I remember that was the place where I used to go when we used to cruise the boulevard. Do some of us remember when we used to cruise the boulevard? It was a blast. We would drive those really nice cars, we'd shine them up, and I mean, how many times would we go back and forth and get together with our friends, and we would just reminisce about high school in general. One of the biggest things that I remember always talking about is AV High School beating Quartz Hill High School football games. Yes, go Lopes. And I see JCPenney's there too. I remember going into JCPenney's and always saying, you know, one day I'll be able to buy these clothes. So there's a lot of memories there on the boulevard. And there's also the movie theater. Do we remember ever going to the movie theater on the boulevard? That was where my husband, my studly husband, I should say, Marco and I had our first date, was at the movies there. So we definitely had a lot of memories there. And one of the things that we did too is we would actually leave the boulevard and we would go get something to eat at Noggles. Who remembers Noggles? Yeah. Who remembers eating there all the time at Noggles? Do you remember their prices were amazing? It was like 99-cent burritos. Yeah, I used to eat a lot of those. So there's a beautiful memories that we had there on the boulevard. Well, we had to have a vision to bring this back. You know, for us, anybody in general, to be successful in anything that your goal or your purpose is, you have to start with a vision. And a vision is what sets the tone of your future. And that's what the city of Lancaster is about, is we have a vision. We're blessed to say that all of our council members here have years and years of living here in our community. So we're able to go back in history and see what we can do for our future. And to be able to do that, we need to have creativity. And we need to partner up with certain people that also have that kind of mindset and those kind of goals. And so we did so with Scott Ehrlich. We found Scott Ehrlich and saw that he has a very creative mind. And so what we did is we were able to really build the boulevard again as it was before, that kind of atmosphere and that kind of ambiance where you wanted to hang out there again and reminisce. So what we've been able to do, the city of Lancaster, is we're proud to say that we were able to build 40 new businesses on the boulevard. We have lounges, we have dance studios, we have beautiful, amazing restaurants. And with all of these areas, we were able to create, just on the boulevard, now keep in mind, we're just discussing the boulevard, and 800 new jobs. And with the way the economy is, we're so proud to say in the city of Lancaster that we were able to create 800 jobs on the boulevard. And again, I have to share the movies, the theater, excuse me, on the boulevard, because it's bringing it back to the history that we were just talking about, so that you gentlemen can take your beautiful wives and girlfriends to this movie theater on the boulevard. One of the things that we're really proud to say is that we brought in over $274 million into downtown Lancaster with everything that we've been building there and all the businesses that we've been bringing in. We are very, very proud to say that we have our Heroes Park located in that area. We also have, before when we used to leave, as we were expressing to you, to Noggles, we would leave the boulevard. Well, we don't have to do that anymore. Today, it's Beck's. So we don't have to leave the boulevard anymore. We have the restaurant called Beck's, which is an amazing place for us to reminisce and continue our evening out. And we also have beautiful places like MOA. The city of Lancaster is very well known for the arts. We're very proud to say that we have so many talented kids here in our community and adults that really appreciate art and that have the gift of art. Mine happens to be dancing. I love dancing, always have. It's kept me out of trouble. So I really appreciate the arts, and we're looking forward to our grand opening for that. And on the boulevard, too, just to make it more for the community to connect, is we have certain events there also. The last one that we had in October was called the Boulevard. Hopefully all of you were there, because this picture definitely shows that there were a lot of people there. And as I shared before, I have to admit that when I first saw that picture, I thought that was the Las Vegas Strip on New Year's Eve. I mean, that is absolutely amazing to think that that is here in our community on the boulevard, to see that many people here. And one of the things that we're really proud to say is that with all those people on the boulevard, we're proud to say that not one incident occurred. And that's a great, great example of the job that our deputies do here in our community to keep us safe. They've done a wonderful job. And that's also a way of showing that we just want to have fun. We want somewhere to go that's safe. We also had the streets of Lancaster on the boulevard, which I'm not sure if you guys were aware. It's very competitive. We have people that will race, such as our mayor, who happened to have a little bit of an accident there. But he is fine. He was determined to win. Unfortunately, he didn't, but, you know, he kept going, and that's what matters. We also celebrate America on the boulevard. That was an amazing evening for us to celebrate. We were able to honor our heroes, everyone on the military, because as we know, if it wasn't for them, we would not be here to be able to enjoy what we are today. So that was a great evening for us to be able to honor them. But through all these events that we're doing and all these goals that we're reaching and the visions that we are having here at the City of Lancaster, we cannot do it without the right partners. And the type of partners that we build with, whether it be an individual, a business, or an organization, it has to be with people that have the same mindset, which is, we're not going to complain, but we're going to do something about it. We're making the impossible possible. And these are the kind of people and organizations and companies that we build partnerships with. One of the things that we're also working on is that we are located in the best location in our country to be the solar capital of the world. That is amazing. We have it here in our backyard. And we had the vision to be able to make that into a reality. And to do so, we have to build the right partnerships. So with the types of companies that have that same kind of vision, that same kind of entrepreneur mind, that same kind of energy that they don't allow anyone or anything to stop you from making things happen. One of these companies that we're speaking of is Ecolution. Ecolution is an amazing company that's going to very much benefit our community in so many different ways. One of them being that right now we have 3 different trucks that pick up our trash. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but we have a truck that picks up your regular trash, and then we have another truck that comes on our roads to our homes and picks up the greenery part of it, and then another truck comes and picks up all of the recycles. So it's 3 trucks that have to come, and also 3 trash cans that you have to take out. But with Ecolution, we will not have to do that anymore. It'll be just 1 truck that will pick up all of our trash. But it will give us long-term revenue, and it definitely will be benefiting our environment. But all of these companies that I'm discussing with you is definitely promoting jobs, because ultimately that's what we want here in our community, is promoting jobs. And it won't just be with the solar company or recycling, but it'll be in different areas, such as construction. It'll be in the education industry. It'll be, technicians. So accounting, transportation, it is just a multitude of areas of where we'll be able to create jobs. But we don't stop there. Our mayor has taken money out of his own pocket to travel the world and see how other areas are doing this, how they're doing the solar. Why reinvent the wheel? There's other places that are very successful that are doing this. And he's going out there and he's learning it. And he's asking questions. And he's bringing it back to our city so that we can learn from it and make it happen. Again, making the impossible possible. Not letting anything get in our way. And this is a great example of what we've already had happen. We partnered up with BYD and KB Homes. And what we've done with them is we've made a future home. It is actually a net zero home where all of your electricity is done by the solar system. And that is amazing that we're the first that are able to say that these are the type of homes that we are building by partnering up with the right types of companies. Revitalization. You know, I have to share with you that when I was growing up, I never heard of this word at all. And I remember when I discussed this at the AV Board of Trade, it was very personal to me when I was sharing a story with everyone, because it involved a person that has always been my best friend, always believed in me, always gave me that courage to move ahead. And unfortunately, I lost her 9 months ago, and that's my mother. My mother came from Santiago, Chile. When she lived there, I was born. And as most of us mothers want, we want the best for our children. My mother knew that she would not be able to give me the best life possible in Chile. She knew she needed to be in the best country in the world, and that's America. And for her to do that, she didn't sit there and complain. She's the one that taught me, don't complain, do something about it, and she did. She did the research on her own. And then she worked and worked and worked until she saved enough money to bring us here to America, to Lancaster. And she did this legally, all of us. She knew to be able to show us by example that she had to do everything by the book. And she took pride in doing that. And that's the kind of area where we lived. We didn't live in a big, beautiful home and have name brand clothes, but that's not why my mom brought us here. She brought us here so that we could have the opportunities that America blesses us with. She brought us here so that we could be successful and be whatever we wanted to be. She brought us here so that we can learn truly what the American dream is and make it into reality. And I'm proud to say that my mother, when she moved on to a better place, she was proud with a smile because she knows she did her job. My brother is an LA City firefighter paramedic, and I am proud to say that I am a CEO of our university, and I'm a city councilwoman of one of the best cities that I know of, and that's the city of Lancaster. So she made her dream a reality. She made the impossible possible, and that's with not making anything get in your way. Now, one of the things in the neighborhood that we lived in is my home was full of love. It was full of good food and wonderful music. If you came to our home, you were family. But once we left our home and went into our neighborhood, my brother and I, that was a little bit challenging because we never had an area to connect. We never had a place to go to with the other kids. And because of that, get a little creative. And we get involved in things that we shouldn't be getting involved with. Fortunately, my brother and I had the blessing to have the kind of parenting that we couldn't get away with much. But unfortunately, I'm sad to say that every single friend that my brother and I had there is either on drugs, in jail, or no longer with us. And I will not allow that to happen to our current children who are our future. That's why we have our neighborhood impact homes. I'm so proud of these homes. It is an honor to be able to drive and visit these homes and see these children and see how they are filled with love, and to see them here with our deputies and the deputies showing them that they are safe. And to see these children smile when the city of Lancaster donates bicycles to them, and they're full of love, and they feel that people do care, that people do believe in them, that they are our future. These homes are very warm. The way that they were designed was to be so that they feel that it is their home, it is their safety area. It's also designed to be able to have monitored visitations. First of all, to even have monitored visitation is a challenge for children. To have to see a parent in a cold environment, in a place where other people are watching you, that makes them feel uncomfortable. It makes them question themselves. It makes them wonder what they did wrong. And it stays with them mentally in their future. But not these homes. These homes will make it comfortable for them so that they feel that warmth, that love, that respect, that we truly do care. And they're able to be in these homes with their parent, grab some milk, eat some cookies, whatever it is that they feel comfortable doing. And the parent is able to enjoy their child too. And this is an example of what we give them so that they can be productive in their future. But this can't happen without volunteers. And we're proud to say that we have so many volunteers, such as Pastor Chris and Pastor Dave and their congregations, that volunteer their time for our children, who is our future. And this is what the Rotary Club is all about. You guys do so much for our community, and you give so much of your time for our community. And that is an example of how you guys affect our future, who is our children. And I want to say thank you to you guys for all of what you do in this community. But we don't stop there. We also have our wellness homes. Our wellness homes are also built so that we can receive the medical care that we deserve to get here in America. As I expressed earlier, I was raised in humble beginnings, and one of the things that we didn't have was medical insurance. Couldn't afford it. It was either eat or have medical insurance. My brother really suffered badly with bronchitis. And I remember, especially in the wintertime when we'd have the cold wind that we do, he would suffer very bad from bronchitis. There were nights that we would sit there and not know what to do because he was trying to breathe from his bronchitis, and we couldn't get him the medical care that he should have. Could you imagine, first of all, as a parent, what you must feel like not being able to take your child where they need to go? So what we've done here now is we have our wellness homes. This is a great place for children and adults to be able to go to receive the medical care that they deserve, and also to be educated. Because it's not just healing you, but it's also teaching you on how to continue to be healthy. And one of the ways that we do that is we promote our farmers market on the boulevard. Farmers market is amazing. It's a great place for you to receive fresh food and also to be taught on how to cook good food. But it also promotes promoting businesses, because we have vendors that are able to share their products to the community, and they're able to build their businesses there at a very low cost for them of their expense of renting those vendor stations, excuse me. So it's a great place, again, of producing jobs. But one of the things that we are really proud that we want to do here at the City of Lancaster is, if we've ever had the opportunity to leave town, and we've ever gone to areas where there's beautiful beaches, and you see a big university, and you see all these students and other people riding their bicycles, they're jogging, they're walking their dogs, and there's just a great, great energy there. And it makes you feel really, really good, and it makes you feel like you can just conquer anything, and it makes you even smile because you see so many people being so productive in their community. That's what we're bringing here to the City of Lancaster. That's the energy that we will be bringing here. And to do all of this, there has to be a purpose. And what I've known living here for decades is that our purpose here in our community is about family. Everything that we're doing here is for our family. That's why we do what we do. And that's my family. Pretty handsome, right? That's my family. That is why I get up every morning. That is why I make sacrifices every morning. The things that my mother did to bring us here, to allow us to live the American dream so that I can appreciate and have the family that I do, is why I do what I do. But more importantly, we all continue to do because you are my community. And we have to work together to make the impossible possible. And we are doing it. Thank you very much.